Do you ever feel like you're stuck in Groundhog Day, especially around January when you go to set new goals, new intentions? Do you ever have the feeling like, I've been here before. I've set these goals before and haven't reached them. I've had these intentions or these resolutions before and I haven't made progress. If you can identify with that at all, with any maybe disappointment or disillusionment around that process or around this time of year, this is for you. I want to give you 7 reasons, why you might not be reaching your goals and intentions. And the first one is you're focused on what you don't want. And your goals or intentions are really just sort of a fix for the things that you're resisting in your life. But if you look at your time and your focus and the moments of your day-to-day, you're actually focused on what you're afraid of, what you're trying to move away from, what you don't want. Look and see if that is true for you. Everybody needs a compelling vision of what they are moving towards. Number 2, second mistake is you don't have any structure for actually reaching your goals. I just did an intention setting session with a group of people online, and one of them mentioned he knew what to do and he would think about it, but it wasn't on his calendar. So if you don't have some kind of a structure, if your goals aren't written, if there's not specific actions, anything that is inviting you to move forward and a way of measuring your project, then you don't have a structure. And without a structure, we tend to not make progress on those goals. So mistake number 3, you don't have any accountability or support. And sometimes our goals, our intentions, they're like wishes, we want to get there, but there's nobody holding us accountable. There's nobody, we're really just letting ourselves down if we don't get there. And so being a part, whether it's a mastermind, having a coach, some people have multiple groups or multiple coaches that they may be accountable to make sure you're making progress. And if you don't show up for yourself, somebody else notices. And that can be definitely part of the structure as well. Mistake number 4, you haven't changed your environment. So you've got these new goals. You see yourself moving into this new identity and making progress, but then you wake up and you've got the same cluttered house, or you go to work at the same place and you surround yourself with the same people who know you as the old you, and there's no new environment that is inviting you into that new vision of yourself and of your life. And so you're constantly fighting against reality, and that again is part of the structures. But how can you change your environment to be inviting, to affirm the new vision of yourself and your life and your money and wealth that you are aspiring to? Mistake number 5, you could be setting the wrong goals. Now, who am I to judge what a goal is right or wrong? But you secretly know, because sometimes we set the goals or the intentions that we feel we should have, but you're not really aligned with those. There's some internal conflict. Let me give you an example. Maybe you're like, I'm not building this law practice year after year. I want to grow my law practice. But the truth is, you being a lawyer was your father's dream for you, and that's not even what you want to do. Or maybe you've got financial goals and you're like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to earn multiple 6 figures, whatever your goal is. But the truth is, you still have these beliefs or these judgments, a mindset around people with money or around money that is completely antithetical to the thing you are trying to achieve. So if that is you, it's time to get clear about what it is that you really want and resolving those conflicts, whether that means changing the goal, changing the belief system that's stopping you from that goal. When I started Total Wealth many years ago, I was trying to build a one-on-one coaching practice, even though actually before I branded it or had a website or anything, I was doing living room workshops, and I loved the living room workshops. And I thought, hey, I'm loving this. I found my passion and I'm having a real impact on others. They're loving the way I'm approaching money because it's very holistic, very different. And so I went and got my coaching certification. And then I tried to build a business that I wasn't excited about because I realized like one of my driving values and motivators is around freedom. I'm very freedom oriented. And here I was trying to build a business that had and I did have some coaching clients. It's not that I was a total failure, but I was trying to build a business where success looked like a whole calendar full of appointments. And when I thought about that, like if I got this, actually achieved this result of having a week-long calendar full of appointments, or at least on most days, I didn't want that at all. I love getting outside and doing things. I love flexibility. I actually pivoted from there into becoming a financial writer for many years. And I was also caregiving my father at the time. And that gave me the flexibility that I needed because I needed to keep him out of trouble. It was sometimes hard to work with live appointments and scheduled appointments. And so I changed the way that I was doing things for several years while I was caregiving my father. And there was a huge benefit to that because I actually did develop a work and a lifestyle where I had that freedom and I had that flexibility. And when he was no longer living with me, I could work from anywhere and I could set my own schedule and have complete days that were free and feeling good about it. I may use that time to create content or do other things, but I do it with a lot of flexibility. So that was important to me. Mistake number 6, you want things to change, but you're not willing to start with you. In other words, you really want those circumstances to change. You really want your income to change, your net worth to change. You really want to manifest this life or this lifestyle or this wealth that you haven't had in the past, but you're really kind of looking for some, magic potion formula, the perfect affirmation, and you're not willing to really look at it how you are responsible for your results. What actions are you taking or avoiding each day? How are you spending your time? Where is your focus? Do you have the skills that you need, or might you need to up level those? So growth mindset can be a big part of that. Maybe you know exactly where you want to get to, but you haven't gotten really honest with yourself that it's going to require some change from you if you want your life and your circumstances and your wealth to change. Mistake number 7, you have gotten so discouraged, you're not even setting goals and intentions. You're like, I think I'm just gonna skip it this year. Do I have to? So if you find yourself feeling that disappointment, that disillusionment, do not give up. And I want to credit you for one thing. The last 2-3 years, this is the beginning of 2023, so it's been almost 3 years since, the pandemic and the lockdowns, and there has been a profound sense that I think a lot of us have felt like you're not even in charge of your reality. We've had these external circumstances depending on where you live and what you do. You might have been forced to close a business or not go to work, or there's been all kinds of disruptions that have come from the outside. And I think that has led to some of this disillusionment, some of this disappointment. So if you're feeling that way, it's normal, it's natural, and it's time to get back on that horse. Go set those intentions. Go decide where it is that you're headed and craft that compelling future vision again. And I will leave in the show notes. I've got my do-it-yourself intention setting guide, and whether it's January or whether it's halfway through the year or whether you're just ready for a reboot, that's a great resource. I know right now I'm leading some people through it, but by the time you watch this, we may be past that. But feel free also to reach out to me if you want some personalized one-on-one help, or if you want to know, I've got some group programs now that is primarily where my focus is guiding groups of people through, helping them get to their next level, whether that's shifting your money mindset. I've got a course called Rewrite My Money Story, or whether that is figuring out how to invest, how to raise your confidence in making financial decisions. I've got Wealth School designed for that. And because I am endlessly creative, who knows what I'm up to now by the time you're watching this, but do reach out to me through the comments. I hope your new year is getting off to a great start. So happy new year, happy new life. Never give up on your dreams. And remember, you are powerful, you are prosperous, and you are free. Bye-bye.